Welcome to the channel. This is Reliable Rudy. Getting a couple things set up and then we will pick up where we left off. We're still nursing the CFRX trade. It's been a wild one. Slow grinder, trying to hold some levels. We have a potential, early look to a downtrend maybe, but still respecting the uptrend. I don't really think too much volume has come into this just yet. And honestly, we might even be interested in just cutting out of the position until it breaks this uptrend. So maybe below like this wick right here, like a 192. That's holding it against us a little bit, but yeah. So let me get a couple things set up and then we will. So are we able to hold this 2 flat level now? Even though it gets below this a little bit, this is kind of where we've wanted to reload around this 2. And just holding these previous highs. This has been pretty. This is kind of when we break that downtrend. There's all kinds of different ways you can put this downtrend, but I like how this kind of meets up parallel. If it starts coming down to these upper 190s, is there any size, any buying that can hold it up there? The other one that we got alerted on was MDGS. All we did was update this channel a little bit, and we just want to see if this is going to give a further breakout. The AHI, I'm sure there's people trading this. Would have been lovely to take this entry right there at a 94 break. Yeah, sign me up for that. That's probably going to keep ripping through 3. I'm not going to play with it. Still holding this descending channel here. LUNR, we talked about potential head and shoulders look, especially when that wick came in right there. So now we have the open of the next candle. Let's see if we can hold this 2 flat level. It's possible we even need to go to a 30-minute chart where this is the 3rd candle holding some of these highs. Is this going to continue being some sort of ascending channel that we got to fight through? Maybe a push up through 225? I'd be all for it. But let's stick on the 15-minute. Let's make sure the volume's good. Volume looks like it's good. Is this 2 level gonna be able to hold? This is the only thing that's really trying to hold some sort of ascending channel, which is why we're interested in it and why we're still holding it. And here we're at that 2 flat level. Are we going to be able to hold right here? GFAI, I see, has been kind of a slow grinder to the upside. But if it held that 550 level, and I come over to this and it looks like it held that level pretty good, there could be something here, but kind of gave up that uptrend. Should it have been something like this, though? Where now it's got a nice, this is a 15-minute chart, but trying to take out the highs. Is this some sort of early channel build? See if we got, and we have a little bit of size. There's been continued size at this 2 level. Looking at that candle, ignore those drawings. I don't feel like putting them back in. Can we get this move up to these tops? It's possible. Took out that size at 201. About to give up twos right here. There's only 3 lots at twos. Is there going to be buying coming in at 198? There's the give up of 2. Only 8 lots. Here's 98. Looks like it's going to try and chunk through them. And this is potential giving up the channel here. Can we get some buying coming in right there? We just got a 196 fill. We're going to respect this uptrend, but we are going to be not shy to trim this if it wants to catch a bid. I'd say underneath of 193 to 191. As soon as I have some confirmation that this uptrend is no longer, you could have something like this that holds at those 93s. Where, let's just clear the chart and draw this scenario out. If you have something like this, a lot more of a parallel channel right here. And now we reclaim 2. We took out 2s. There's only 202s on the. Let's see if we can reclaim 2 here. And bid stacking on 2 now. And that is through 3. Man, that is running. I wish I was a part of it. Alright, we'll take these slower movers and see if this can have any push or reclaim of 3. Couple different things you could draw in right there. Below this 2 level is a little scary though. But holding this neckline right here for right now. This is still holding along. I have a nice uptrend to hold there. This is where I have gotten myself in trouble, right around this range. Had I just said, hey, as soon as we get underneath of this wick right here, could have just cut it, looked away, and no size, Let's see if we can get a hold. We're just gonna go a true stop 188. Still not half bad risk reward right here. Sucks holding it against you. It'd be tough to explain this scenario in through here. There was all sorts of transactions that were going through. What the final print is going to be on this name if I get stopped out? Probably red, but not as bad as one might think. So obviously scenarios are a little bit different. Would I say to somebody, hey, on a negative break, potentially, do you want to hold this? I don't know if I would recommend that. Five minutes left on this candle. Not giving up on it yet. Trying to take out 199s. Is it going to have any strength to hold it though? There's hope. As long as we're in this uptrend, I think it's possible that we can curl and fight through this. And there's nothing else that I'm really even watching. Maybe this GFAI. Mm. And there's so many different ways of looking at this. Which way is legitimate? We don't respect the top end of the channel, so it's tough to assume. There's 97s. I don't like the increased red candle either. There's a part of me that's just saying, hey, there's probably something else out there that we can find. We're at 96s, full red engulfing. Let's go ahead and put the 190 in. And the stop is in. I hope that can hold some way, shape, or form. It's gonna be sad if it doesn't. That's all we really got left to show for. EMR, nothing. Not interested in chasing that. WLDS, nothing. ABEV, maybe a trim. DAL, good decision for a trim. Ford, pretty solid trim there. IBM, nice U in the making. Trying to hold the neckline. We're looking at it as a neckline trade. I'd say 10 cents. So a 207 puts us right there, 1-to-1. This was one we paper handed yesterday. Just a nice fall back to the trend line. There's 96s going through the tape. If GFAI ran up to 7 something. Worked through 97s briefly. I'd say this wick low is going to be some resistance. So 2 and 203 are going to be pretty tough to fight through. Bid stacked on 99, small size. Now stacking a little bit more. Gonna try to make a push for 2. Bid stacked over 2 briefly. Not for very long. That is what we're worried about, wicking into the middle of this candle. Previous wick. Not too often you see red candles like that with a straight green candle through it. With 10 minutes left on this candle. You do get a little bit of increased red volume. Yeah, other than that, I wish I had more for you guys. I'm just kind of keeping my attention here on CFRX. That's pretty much all we got left. Everything else, we should have just waited for the descending channels to play out. Could be early signs of something maybe developing if it can hold 250. This is way too late for an entry with only an hour and 10 minutes left on a Friday. NQ was able to break through. Is this some sort of uptrend that could play out? Maybe. Worked through 99s briefly. There's your bear flag, one indecision candle, increased volume. Now 3 candles rejecting the previous low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set some sort of low. This 195 has held as support once. This kind of gave up. Light volume. This has the increasing volume. This has the increasing volume. This has a little bit. I'd say this is what you've got more so of. Does it hold? 99's going through the tape again. CFRX 202, reclaim 2. See if we can get a piece off. Right into those previous lows. 203. I would not be surprised in the slightest if they were stops at 195 and you see red engulfing straight down to like 180. So I'm pretty confident you're going to have some stops coming in here somewhere through this range. But can the buying exceed it is the question. There's that wick. Is that selling and shorting coming inside of this red move? Same way with the green move, is this buyers? And here we're at 97s again. And that is the exit of the position. Probably going to be the wick low if this uptrend wants to hold here. Over and done with. We had some fun with it. Wish that it ended different than what it did. But at the end of the day, shit happens. It is what it is. So let's move forward and see what we can find. I do like the way this IBM is kind of looking right here. I'd say just a respect to the uptrend in some way, shape, or form. Can this be some sort of ascending channel? Do I have a gap fill to the upside? Previous lows. Other than that, that's pretty much all we got. We were just tuning in the live stream, the tail end of that FR or CFRX. I do think there's potential here. Is it a little early to the ball game? Potentially, just the first day of volume increase. And this was kind of the story. We had descending channels. Is this right to be out of it and not give it to like 186? Maybe. Maybe. It broke the descending channel. Possibly has some sort of uptrend. Selling it at support. But I guess we'll never know. Who knows? It gives the opportunity of that too. But it's tough because it looks like a short right here. If you can get the negative break, the red volume, the red move down. If you move underneath of 183, then that's where the shorts are holding for a dream. So other than that, I think I'm going to call it on a stream. It's too bad we couldn't end on a winner there. The trade probably was a bit red. Not as much red, saying our initial entries came in around this 190 area. And some on the back test around 195. So yeah, took it a little bit of hit on those shares bought, but we had some good outs to the upside. My best print, I wish I could say I had a 217 print, but I think the best print was 215. Yeah, other than that, I will see you guys on the next one.